Hi, I'm back to share another mini with you that I completed, and the theme of the mini is taken from Laura Dennison's beaded matchbook mini. So if you want to see how it's constructed, you can go over to Laura's channel, and she gives a tutorial on that. I used on this mini combination of things. I used the Cricut cartridge, LoveYou A Latte, and if you go back to my projects, recently I did another another project using that cartridge. I'm getting a lot of mileage out of that cartridge. I love this cartridge. I use my Cricut Imagine. I use my Cricut Expression 2 to make the majority of these cuts and the print and cut die cuts. So let me show you the mini. This is the front, and I left that pretty simple. This is an Imagine print and cut, and it came from the word of mouth Cricut Imagine cartridge, and it says home is where your story begins. And over here I used some jute string to bind it, and these are some of the beads that I used throughout the mini. And on the binding here, this was a creative mistake that I turned into a design opportunity. So I used that to add some more detail to the mini. And let's go inside. On the front cover, this is also an Imagine print and cut, and I stamped inside using one of my stamp sets. On the first page here, this is a cut from the LoveYou A Latte cartridge, and I used my white signal pen to write the sentiment. And this is one of the mini shipping tags that I inked and stamped. And I'm not sure of the paper line. I want to say American Crafts, but I'm not sure because I've already discarded the packaging. And on the back of that page, or the flip side of the page, this is a cut I designed using my Gypsy design tool, and that's another thing I used, my Gypsy. And so I made a window here using the image from the cartridge and my Gypsy. And so a picture can be placed there. And I had a piece of paper. Hold just a minute. This is my makeshift picture thing. And so you could slide a picture right through there. Okay. And each page has a tag that I stamped. And I stamped it on watercolor paper, so you could take your watercolor markers and color those. And on this page, I just cut the word aroma from the cartridge. I made two little tags that I had tea-dyed, and I stamped each one. And so those just fit there, but you could possibly put a picture behind there. And as you can see, here are where the beads go. And then on the flip side of that page, I cut this cup using the cartridge, added some ribbon and some stamping. And this is the tag. And I also used a tab punch for each of those. And on this page, again, I used my Gypsy to design a picture frame. You might call it. And so a picture can be placed behind there. And this is from the LoveYou A Latte cartridge. Here's a label. And on the back side of that, I just cut this photo mat and picture were from the cartridge. And I just did some stamping and just added a little extra photo mat. And here's my tag. And on this page, I got this idea from Robin from Enjoy Stamping. And this is just an envelope that I print and cut on my Imagine. And so it opens and it has a little tag inside, one of the tea-stained or tea-dyed tags. And held together with Velcro, and then you open it like this. And so there's a place for pictures here, because this is a little photo corner that I cut on the cartridge, from the cartridge. And that closes. And then on the back, this is also a cut from the cartridge. It's a tea bag. And so I stamped on it, and I also made another tag. This is a tag that was made using the Tim Holtz Tiny Tags die from Scissors. And so that goes there. And here's the tag. And on this page, now this is something that I cut this using my Imagine, but I used the LoveYou A Latte cartridge. So you can use your regular Cricut cartridges in your Imagine. And so what I did was I used one of the images from the regular cartridge, and I chose different colors that I thought coordinated, and then I cut it using my Imagine. So this is supposed to resemble a newspaper. And notice how intricate the Imagine cut out the word news. Very intricate cut. Nice job on that. And so there's just a little tea stained tag. Tea dyed. I keep saying stained. Tea dyed. And also you could put a picture here and then do some journaling. And then on the back, I just took a part of a cup, teapot rather, that I cut from the cartridge, and I just popped it up on pop dots there, so you could possibly put a picture there like that. And there's just a little label there I used with one of the Stampin' Up punches. Can't remember the name of that. And here is my tag. And here again is a design I used with the Gypsy. And I made a little photo mat already for it, so you could put your picture on this, and I did some stamping on it. So that just slides in there. Excuse me. And I just tied a little rope there, and or string rather. And here's another cut from the cartridge, and the word latte also comes from the cartridge. I made 2 tags using the mini shipping tags. And tied some ribbon. And on this page, this is a chair that's cut from the cartridge, and I just made a little another shipping tag that slides in there. And let's see, on the back side of that, this is a coffee cup, and I did some stickling there Use some stickles to resemble coffee. And on the sleeve of the cup, I did some stamping. And so you could possibly place something behind there. On this page, I used one of my C6 dies to make this pocket. I did some stamping on it. Made 2 tags using the tiny tags die. And here I just hot glued a band across here. And used another mini shipping tag to do some stamping. And on the back side of that, I just took this small top note that I cut from a cartridge, and so you could place a picture behind there. And I took some thickers and spelled the word joy. And here's the tag. And this is the back cover. This is the print and cut from the Cricut Imagine. This is one of the tea bag cuts from the cartridge, LoveYou A Latte. So I just did some stamping on that, created by hand, and there the end was stamped on that end. So this is my beaded matchbook mini using the Cricut Imagine, the LoveYou A Latte cartridge, and my Gypsy. So thanks for watching.